We've all seen those disaster movies with their dramatic scenes of raging natural calamities and desperate people fighting for their lives. But let me tell you, being prepared for an emergency is no Hollywood fiction. It's a stark reality that we must face. A matter of survival, plain and simple. Whether it's a devastating hurricane, a crippling blackout, or any other situation where your safety and well-being are at risk. Having the right supplies can be the crucial difference between making it out alive and unscathed or facing unimaginable peril. That's why I've partnered with esteemed organizations like the American Red Cross, the Canadian Red Cross, and the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies to bring you this vital, life-saving information. We're going to walk you through 15 essential items that you should have stockpiled in your home, your vehicle, or any other location where you may need them. Because when disaster strikes, you won't have the luxury of time to go shopping or gather the necessary supplies. These aren't just random items, they are your lifeline, carefully selected to cover your basic needs and increase your chances of survival. From food and water to shelter and communication tools, we've meticulously curated this list to ensure you have everything you need to weather the storm. Whatever that storm may be, tornadoes, earthquakes, wildfires, or even civil unrest, these emergencies can strike without warning, and being caught unprepared can have devastating consequences. But with this comprehensive guide, you'll be armed with the knowledge and the resources to keep yourself and your loved ones safe, secure, and resilient in the face of even the most extreme and unpredictable crises. So, let's dive in and explore these 15 essential items that could one day mean the difference between life and death. By taking the time to prepare now, you'll be empowered to face any challenge that comes your way, knowing that you have the tools and the strategies to emerge from the chaos stronger, wiser, and better equipped to handle whatever the future may hold. 15. Out in the wilderness. I've learned firsthand the crucial importance of staying warm and protected from the elements. Navigating the unpredictable forces of nature, whether it's biting winds, driving rain, or freezing temperatures, can quite literally be a matter of life and death. In these harsh, unforgiving environments, having the right gear can mean the difference between surviving and succumbing to the perils of exposure. And when it comes to beating the relentless cold, a good wool blanket is like having a portable fireplace at your fingertips. Unlike synthetic materials that can lose their insulating properties when damp, wool retains its remarkable thermal efficiency even when exposed to moisture. This makes it an invaluable asset in a survival situation where you might be subjected to the whims of the elements, whether it's a sudden downpour or an unexpected dip in the water. But the real kicker with wool is its inherent fire-resistant properties. Wool fibers have a higher ignition temperature compared to many other fabrics, making them significantly less likely to catch fire in the first place. And even if they do ignite, wool has a unique ability to burn slowly and self-extinguish, offering a vital layer of protection in a fire emergency. Imagine being stranded in the wilderness with the threat of a wildfire looming, and having this natural, self-regulating barrier to shield you from the flames. Picture it as your own personal safety cocoon, providing not only warmth and insulation, but also a robust defense against the unpredictable forces of nature. A couple of these woolen wonders tucked away in your emergency kit can be the key to conquering the cold and staying safe, no matter what challenges the great outdoors has in store. With this reliable, versatile, and downright life-saving material at your disposal, you'll be one step closer to weathering even the harshest of survival scenarios. 14. Let's face it, when your stomach is rumbling louder than a grizzly bear, it's hard to focus on anything else. In an emergency situation, whether it's a natural disaster, a power outage, or a sudden disruption in the food supply, having a well-stocked pantry of non-perishable foods can be the difference between keeping your energy up and succumbing to the debilitating effects of hunger pangs. When disaster strikes, you can't always rely on being able to run to the grocery store or having access to a fully functioning kitchen. That's why it's crucial to have a carefully curated collection of shelf-stable foods that require no cooking or refrigeration, yet still provide the essential calories, nutrients, and sustenance your body needs to weather the storm. We're talking about canned goods like tuna, beans, and vegetables, which are packed with protein, fiber, and important vitamins and minerals. Energy bars, dried fruits, and nuts are also excellent choices, as they offer concentrated bursts of energy and nutrition in compact, easy-to-store packages. These are the true survival staples that can keep you fueled and nourished when every other lifeline seems to be cut off. But building a robust emergency food supply is about more than just grabbing any old can off the supermarket shelf. It requires a strategic, thoughtful approach. Checking those expiration dates regularly and rotating your stock, using the oldest items first, is crucial to ensuring your pantry is always stocked with fresh, safe-to-consume provisions. And don't forget the importance of variety. Having a mix of sweet, savory, and salty snacks can do wonders for your morale and mental well-being when you're riding out a crisis. After all, the right combination of shelf-stable foods can not only keep your body going, but also provide a sense of comfort and normalcy in the midst of chaos. When the world around you feels uncertain and unstable, being able to reach for a familiar, nourishing snack can be a small, but powerful, source of solace and resilience. 13. In a disaster, information is power. Knowing what's happening, where to go, and what to expect can be the difference between making life-saving decisions and being left in the dark, vulnerable and uncertain. In these critical moments, when regular communication channels may be disrupted or overwhelmed, a reliable and self-sufficient source of information can be a lifeline, providing a connection to the outside world and the essential updates that could mean the difference between life and death. That's where a hand crank radio comes into its own as a vital piece of emergency preparedness equipment. This isn't your grandpa's old transistor radio reliant on batteries that can quickly run out. No, this is a modern, multifunctional device built to withstand the challenges of a crisis and keep you informed and empowered, no matter the circumstances. With the simple turn of a handle, you can crank up a steady stream of emergency broadcasts, weather reports, and critical information from local and national authorities. No need to worry about power outages or a depleted battery. This self-charging marvel draws its energy directly from your own physical effort, ensuring a reliable and uninterrupted flow of vital updates. But the benefits of this remarkable gadget go far beyond just its radio capabilities. Many models come equipped with NOAA weather band access, providing you with real-time, hyper-local weather information that can help you anticipate and prepare for rapidly changing conditions. And the inclusion of AM/FM frequencies means you can also tune into regular news and entertainment broadcasts, helping to maintain a sense of normalcy and connection in the midst of chaos. The true versatility of the hand crank radio, however, lies in its additional features. Many models come with built-in LED flashlights which can serve as an essential illumination source when the power goes out, and even USB charging ports that allow you to keep your other crucial electronic devices, like smartphones and tablets, powered up and ready to go. 12. In a crisis, a well-stocked first aid kit can be as vital as a compass in the wilderness. Whether you're exploring remote hiking trails, venturing out on a camping trip, or dealing with an unexpected emergency at home, having the right medical supplies on hand can be the difference between a minor inconvenience and a life-threatening situation. A comprehensive first aid kit is your first line of defense against injuries and ailments, providing the tools you need to treat minor wounds, manage pain, and even stabilize more serious conditions until professional medical help arrives. From bandages and antiseptic wipes to gauze pads and antibiotic ointment, the contents of your kit should be carefully curated to address a wide range of potential injuries and health issues. However, this is not the time for a half-hearted attempt. We're talking about a kit that includes everything from pain relievers and CPR masks to splints and cold packs. Taking the time to familiarize yourself with the contents and learn basic first aid techniques can make all the difference in a crisis. Knowing how to control bleeding, treat a burn, or stabilize a fracture can be the key to preventing a minor incident from escalating into a life-threatening emergency. In the chaos of a crisis, the ability to quickly and effectively administer first aid can be the ultimate lifesaver. Whether you're hiking in the wilderness or responding to an accident at home, a well-stocked and well-understood first aid kit can be as invaluable as a trusty compass, providing the essential tools and knowledge you need to navigate through even the most daunting of emergencies. 11. In the chaotic aftermath of an unexpected emergency or natural disaster, it's all too easy to become overwhelmed and overlook the critical importance of your personal documents. However, these seemingly mundane papers can prove to be invaluable in the midst of a crisis, serving as crucial tools for proving your identity, accessing necessary medical care, and even reuniting you with your loved ones. We're talking about copies of your driver's license, passport, birth certificate, insurance cards, medical records, and any other vital documents that could be necessary in a time of upheaval. It's essential to take the time now, before disaster strikes, to properly organize and safeguard these important documents. Consider storing physical copies in a waterproof and fireproof container, ensuring they are protected from the elements and potential destruction. Alternatively, you can create digital copies and store them securely online, such as in a cloud-based storage system or on an external hard drive. This dual approach of having both physical and digital backups can provide an extra layer of security and accessibility. Don't wait until the last minute to gather these documents. Proactively take the time to create a well-thought-out system for organizing and storing them, making copies as needed, and informing a trusted friend or family member about their location. This preparation can bring a sense of control and peace of mind, knowing that in the event of a crisis, you will have the necessary documents readily available to expedite your recovery and reunification process. 10. In today's hyper-connected world, we've become so reliant on the convenience of GPS and digital maps that we often overlook the importance of good old-fashioned paper maps. However, what happens when the unthinkable occurs and the internet suddenly goes down or your phone's battery unexpectedly dies? Suddenly, that once familiar route home transforms into a labyrinth of uncertainty, leaving you disoriented and vulnerable. That's why having a set of detailed local maps tucked away in your emergency kit is not just a good idea, it's a crucial safeguard. These maps provide a tangible, reliable reference point that can guide you to safety, even when technology fails. We're talking about comprehensive street maps of your immediate area, highlighting critical information such as evacuation routes, the locations of hospitals, police stations, and other essential services. These maps become your lifeline, providing a sense of direction and control when everything else feels chaotic. Don't wait for disaster to strike before you familiarize yourself with these invaluable resources. Take the time to study the maps, highlight key routes, and involve your family in the process. Remember, knowledge is power, and knowing your way around your local area, even without the aid of technology, can be a game changer in a crisis. When disaster strikes, you simply won't have the luxury of time to be chopping vegetables or simmering stews. You'll need sustenance, and you'll need it fast. That's where the American Red Cross 72, our emergency food kit, comes into play. This compact, pre-packaged kit contains enough food for one person for 3 days, providing the essential calories and nutrients to keep you fueled and energized during the most challenging of times. By combining the reliability of paper maps with the convenience of emergency food supplies, you can rest assured that you and your loved ones will be prepared to weather even the most daunting of storms. 9. In an emergency situation, your everyday attire might not be sufficient to keep you safe and comfortable. It's important to think critically about the clothing and footwear you have on hand in case you need to evacuate or respond to a crisis. Flimsy flip-flops, for example, offer little to no protection for your feet if you need to navigate through debris, rubble, or other hazardous materials. A lightweight jacket may also fail to provide adequate warmth if you find yourself in freezing temperatures during a pachasalinga. That's why packing a well-curated set of emergency clothing is a crucial part of disaster preparedness. The right ensemble can make all the difference in an unpredictable situation. We're talking about sturdy, closed-toe shoes with good traction and ankle support, weather-appropriate base layers and insulating pieces that can be added or removed as needed, high-quality rain gear to shield you from the elements, a warm hat and a pair of durable gloves, and even a change of undergarments. These versatile items can provide physical protection, regulate your body temperature, and keep you comfortable despite the challenging conditions around you. Remember, the priority in an emergency is functionality rather than fashion. When selecting your emergency clothing, choose fabrics and designs that are inherently durable, breathable, and appropriate for a variety of weather scenarios. Avoid delicate materials or overly restrictive silhouettes that could become a liability if you need to move quickly or perform physical tasks. It's all about being prepared for the unexpected and ensuring your attire doesn't hinder your ability to stay safe and responsive in a survival situation. With the right emergency clothing kit, you can have peace of mind knowing you'll be equipped to handle whatever comes your way. 8. When the power grid goes down, your digital dollars could vanish in the blink of an eye, leaving you stranded without a financial safety net. In a crisis, the fragility of our cashless, electronic banking system becomes painfully clear. Imagine a scenario where ATMs refuse to dispense cash, card readers at stores malfunction, and you're left clutching a piece of plastic that's about as useful as a chocolate teapot in the scorching Sahara Desert. This is the harsh reality that could unfold when the digital world comes to a grinding halt. Having a stash of physical currency, the good old-fashioned cold, hard cash, is absolutely vital in such an emergency. Think about it. In a time of crisis, you may need to purchase essential supplies, fuel for your vehicle, or even pay for transportation, and these transactions might require cash. It's all about having that crucial backup plan, that safety net to fall back on when the digital infrastructure crumbles around you. I've personally experienced situations where cash was the only thing standing between me and going hungry or even facing worse consequences. When the grid goes down, the importance of having readily accessible physical money becomes crystal clear. It's not about accumulating vast wealth or trying to get rich. It's about survival, pure and simple. Remember, we're not talking about large denominations here, rather focus on acquiring smaller bills like 20s, 10s and 5s. These smaller bills are the most easily exchangeable and can be used for a wide range of purchases, from buying a meal to paying for a taxi ride. The key is to keep this cash stash in a safe and accessible location, not buried deep in the back of your sock drawer where you'll never find it when you need it most. 7. We can go without food for a surprising amount of time, but water. Water is an absolute necessity, a non-negotiable requirement for sustaining life. It is the lifeblood of our very existence, essential for every single bodily function, from maintaining cell structure to facilitating vital chemical reactions. In an emergency or disaster situation, access to clean drinking water can disappear faster than a mirage in the scorching desert heat. Dehydration can set in rapidly when water supplies are disrupted, leading to a host of debilitating symptoms: fatigue, confusion, dizziness, and even more severe health complications. The human body is simply unable to function properly without a steady intake of water. That's why having an ample, reliable supply of clean water is absolutely paramount in any emergency preparedness plan. At a bare minimum, experts recommend storing at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for both drinking and sanitation purposes. Now, you can't just rely on your regular tap water in a crisis. In the event of a major disaster, water lines and municipal supplies can become contaminated or disrupted, leaving you high and dry. That's why it's crucial to proactively stockpile commercially bottled water or learn how to properly store your own purified water in clean, airtight containers. Proper water storage techniques such as rotating supplies and utilizing food-grade storage vessels can ensure you have a sustainable source of clean water on hand when you need it most. Remember, water is your absolute lifeline. It's what keeps you going, what keeps you alive. The human body is composed of up to 60% water, and every single cell, tissue, and organ depends on it to function. Do not underestimate the critical importance of water for survival. Make sure you have enough stored to weather any storm, because when clean water disappears, your very existence hangs in the balance. 6. When the lights suddenly go out and darkness descends, a reliable, high-quality flashlight transforms from a simple everyday tool into a beacon of hope and a life-saving device. It becomes an essential companion during unexpected power outages, natural disasters, or any other emergency situations where you are plunged into complete blackness. This trusty illumination source allows you to safely navigate your surroundings, whether you need to find your way through a dark house, explore a remote wilderness trail, or signal for help in a crisis. Having a dependable flashlight provides a crucial sense of control and security when everything else around you is chaotic and uncertain, rather than fumbling around blindly or relying on the limited glow of candles. You can confidently move about and attend to any pressing needs with the powerful beam of your flashlight lighting the way. When selecting the right flashlight, it's important to choose a durable, waterproof model equipped with bright, long-lasting LED bulbs. These advanced lighting systems can run for hours on a single set of batteries, giving you peace of mind that your flashlight will be there when you need it most. I've relied on my trusty flashlight countless times during camping trips, hikes, and other outdoor adventures, and it has never let me down, even in the face of rough handling, wet conditions, or extended use. To ensure your flashlight is always readily available in an emergency, keep it stored in an easily accessible location, such as next to your bed or in a well-stocked emergency kit. Remember to also maintain a fresh set of high-quality batteries so your light is ready to go at a moment's notice. And when using your flashlight, be mindful to conserve the battery life by employing short, targeted bursts of illumination whenever possible. You never know how long you may need to depend on that crucial beam of light to guide you through the darkness. 5. Imagine this. The power is out. You reach for your trusty flashlight, and nothing. Dead batteries. It's a scenario that can quickly turn dangerous in an emergency, which is why having a stockpile of extra batteries is non-negotiable. Imagine being in the pitch-black darkness, unable to see your surroundings, with no way to call for help or find your way to safety. Having a reliable source of light can mean the difference between being able to navigate your home or being trapped in the darkness, unable to see where you're going. We're not just talking about AR888 batteries here, although those are important too. Think about all the devices you rely on in an emergency: flashlights, radios, even some medical equipment like glucose monitors or hearing aids. You need to make sure you have the right types and sizes of batteries to power them all. Imagine trying to change the batteries in a critical piece of medical equipment in the middle of a blackout, only to find that you don't have the right size. It could be a life or death situation. Store them in a cool, dry place, away from extreme temperatures, and check their expiration dates regularly. Batteries can lose their charge over time, so it's important to rotate your stock and make sure you always have fresh, reliable batteries ready to go. Remember, a well-stocked battery supply is your insurance policy, ensuring that your essential devices are always ready to go when you need them most. When the power goes out, you'll be glad you have a stockpile of batteries to keep your critical equipment running and your family safe. 4. In today's interconnected world, our cell phones have become an essential part of our daily lives. They serve as our constant companions, allowing us to stay in touch with loved ones, access emergency services, and obtain vital information at our fingertips. However, this reliance on technology can also be a double-edged sword, as we quickly find ourselves in a state of vulnerability when the power grid fails and our devices' batteries begin to dwindle. Imagine being in the midst of a natural disaster or a widespread power outage, with your phone's battery dwindling down to that dreaded red bar, leaving you cut off from the outside world. In such moments, the importance of having a reliable and accessible cell phone charger becomes paramount. Enter the extra cell phone charger, your knight in shining armor, ready to come to the rescue and restore your connection to the world. But we're not just talking about any charger. A portable power bank or a solar-powered charger can be a game changer in these situations. These compact powerhouses can juice up your phone multiple times, ensuring you can make that emergency call, reach out to loved ones, or stay informed about the unfolding events, even when the grid is down and traditional power sources are unavailable. Moreover, a car charger can also prove to be a valuable asset in times of crisis. If you have access to your vehicle, you've got a temporary charging station on wheels, allowing you to replenish your phone's battery and maintain communication, even if you're forced to take shelter or evacuate to a different location. Remember, communication is the key to navigating through a crisis, and a dead phone can leave you stranded and in the dark, unable to access vital information or reach out for help. By equipping yourself with a selection of reliable cell phone chargers, you can ensure that your lifeline to the outside world remains intact, no matter what challenges come your way. 3. When disaster strikes, whether it's a natural calamity, a man-made crisis, or a sudden emergency, maintaining proper hygiene might not be the first thing on your mind. However, let me assure you that it is far more important than you might initially think. Poor sanitation and lack of basic hygienic practices can quickly lead to the spread of infectious diseases, turning an already challenging situation into a downright dangerous one. We're talking about the essentials here, items that can make a significant difference in your ability to stay healthy and prevent the transmission of harmful germs. These include hand sanitizer, wet wipes, toilet paper, soap, garbage bags, and even a bucket with a lid for emergency sanitation needs. These seemingly simple items are your allies in the fight against the spread of disease and in maintaining a semblance of normalcy and routine in the midst of a crisis. It's crucial to pack these essential hygiene items in waterproof bags to keep them dry and easily accessible, no matter the circumstances. Remember, good hygiene is not a luxury, it is a necessity, especially in a disaster situation where health risks are amplified and the consequences of poor sanitation can be dire. Maintaining proper hygiene during a crisis can help you and your loved ones stay healthy, reduce the risk of contracting or spreading illnesses, and make the overall situation more manageable. It may seem like a small thing, but it can truly make a world of difference in your ability to navigate and survive a challenging and unpredictable disaster scenario. 1. In times of crisis, a simple multi-tool can become your most trusted and invaluable companion. It's the Swiss Army knife of survival, offering a wide range of essential functions all neatly packed into a compact and highly portable package. We're talking about a versatile tool that features pliers, screwdrivers, wire cutters, a sharp knife blade, a can opener, and even a handy saw, all in one convenient tool. Think about the many ways a multi-tool can come in handy during an emergency situation. You can use it to make minor repairs around your home, such as tightening a loose screw or fixing a broken hinge. It can be used to open a can of food when you're in a pinch and without access to a traditional can opener. The cutting blade can slice through thick ropes or clear away debris, and the spark-generating tool can even help you start a fire if needed. It's truly the ultimate problem-solving device, empowering you to tackle unexpected challenges and adapt to rapidly changing circumstances. When selecting a multi-tool, it's important to choose one that is crafted from high-quality stainless steel. This ensures exceptional durability and resistance to corrosion, even when exposed to the elements or harsh conditions. Keep your multi-tool readily accessible, whether that's in your emergency preparedness kit, your car's glove compartment, or even attached to your person for quick access. In a crisis, this versatile tool could very well become your most indispensable and trustworthy companion. In conclusion, preparedness is not just a precaution, it's a crucial step toward ensuring safety and resilience in the face of unforeseen events. The 15 essential items the Red Cross advises you to stockpile immediately are pivotal in maintaining security and well-being during a crisis. From communication tools like extra cell phone chargers to hygiene necessities and versatile equipment, each item plays a specific role in enabling effective response and survival. By proactively assembling these items, you not only equip yourself to handle emergencies but also offer peace of mind to your loved ones. Taking heed of these recommendations can make the difference between feeling isolated and being empowered to face challenges head-on. Remember, preparation today leads to peace of mind tomorrow.